get out of your way because they want to see you, not me. All right, that'll work. Thank you for joining us here at a very brisk NASA Kennedy Space Center's Launchpad 39A for this media question and answer session. We're here with the 7 astronauts for Space Shuttle Discovery's STS-131 mission to the International Space Station. I'll immediately turn this over now to the commander of STS-131, Alan Poindexter. Captain.
Thanks, Howard. Good morning. It's great to be here in the Sunshine State. It's a little chilly, but we're happy to be here, and we're really looking forward to our training today and tomorrow in our terminal countdown demonstration test here on Launchpad 39A. And Discovery behind us, we were here the other night when it rolled out to the pad. It was just a beautiful sight, and great to see the fruits of the labors of the great folks here at the Kennedy Space Center. We really appreciate all the hard work that went into getting Discovery ready to go. And we've got a little bit of training left to do, and we're ready to go as well. I'd like to introduce the crew, and I'll just pass the microphone down, and they can introduce themselves and tell you what they're going to do on the mission.
I'm Jim Dutton, Colonel in the United States Air Force, pilot on the mission, and I'm from Eugene, Oregon.
Hi, I'm Rick Mastracchio, originally from Connecticut. I'm MS-1 and one of the spacewalkers.
I'm Dottie Metcalf-Lindenberger. I grew up in Colorado and taught in Washington State, and I will be MS-2 on the flight deck and be helping IVA for spacewalks.
Hello, I'm Stephanie Wilson. I'm MS-3. I'm originally from Western Massachusetts, and I'm one of the robotics officers.
Hello, I'm Naoko Yamazaki from Japan. I'm MS-4 and one of the robotics operator and the load master of the supply items.
Hi, my name is Clay Anderson. I hail from the great state of Nebraska, and I'm the second spacewalker. My title is MS-5 on this flight.
You can hang on.
Thanks very much, and we'd be happy to take any questions that you might have this morning.
Hi, I'm Nancy Atkinson from UniverseToday.com. And with the slip of the launch, you've had some extra time to do some training. I'm wondering, what are the things that you've focused on and been appreciative of having the extra time? And then with it switching to a night launch, do you do any different in your training for that?
That's a good question. Thank you. The question was with the slip of the launch, do we do anything differently because of a night launch, and what do we do with our extra time? We do add a little bit of training to our training flow. We have a great training manager back in Houston that's responsible for making sure that we get all of our objectives accomplished. And we added a little bit of training and some refresher training to stay current on all of the tasks that we need to do. We're also taking advantage of a little bit of time off in the next few weeks to get some rest. The sleep shift is probably the biggest thing that changed because of the night launch. We didn't change our training at all, but we do have to shift our sleep schedule about 12 or 14 hours. And so we've got that ready to go, and we're really looking forward to coming back down here in a few weeks for our launch count.
Hi, Bill Harwood with CBS News. Let me ask Rick a question first. If you could give us maybe an overview of your EVAs from the 30,000-foot level, what the major priorities are, who's going to be on the arm, that sort of thing.
Okay, I'll base the overview based on the temperature out here today. Yeah. We'll keep it short. Yeah, EVA-1, basically we're going to take a new ammonia tank out of the shuttle's payload bay and bring it over to station and temporarily stow it. We don't have anybody on the arm during that EVA, but Jim and Stephanie will be controlling the arm and picking up the ammonia tank. Basically, we're going to lift the ammonia tank out of the payload bay. Clay will be holding that 1,800 pounds over his head while the arm comes in and grapples it and then moves it over to station. EVA-2 is when we actually swap out the new ammonia tank for the old ammonia tank. That's where I'll lift up the old ammonia tank, hold that one over my head while Steph and Jim come in and grapple it, and then we'll swap the two ammonia tanks and we'll temp stow the old one on the space station. And then EVA-3 is where we clean up the old ammonia tank and we put it back in the payload bay. And then Clay actually gets on the arm at the end of EVA-3, and we go off and do several other small tasks with removing some extra hardware off of the space station and doing some work on one of the Canadian arms.
Thanks. And let me ask Clay a question, if I could. Just your perspective going to station, what you're looking forward to this time around, and I guess just mindset, versus shuttle versus station.
I think the best way to talk about the mindset of a short duration versus long duration, and a long is more like the marathon. You have to think of it as you're plodding along. You have to maintain the steady pace throughout the entire effort, which was 5 months for me. For a shuttle, it's more like a sprint. We're going to hit the ground running, and we're probably not going to stop running until we undock with the station. I'm very much looking forward to going back home and seeing this International Space Station with all the new modules and all the new capability. And even more than that, I'm going to see one of my old friends, Oleg Kotov, who is on the station right now. Not to mention Tracy Caldwell and then Stephanie Wilson, who I flew with before on my first time. So I'm very excited to do all this and looking forward to it.
Todd Halvorson of Florida Today for Dexter, I guess. I'm wondering if you could tell us what your reaction was to the 2011 proposed budget with the idea of canceling the Constellation program and how that went over in the astronaut office.
Good morning, Todd. Great to see you out here again. Thanks a lot for your question. As you know, we've been really focused on STS-131, ISS Mission 19A, and our training flow, and we've not had a lot of time to think about the proposal, and you know, it's really way above our level at this point. We're focused on our mission. We're happy to be here, and we're ready to go fly Discovery. Thanks for your question.
You can just hang on to the mic there. STS-131 is the first of the last 4 shuttle missions, and it's the first of the missions that really are all about outfitting the International Space Station. And I'm wondering if you could kind of give us your ideas and your judgment on how important these last 4 flights are to setting up the station for the long run.
Yeah, it's a good question as well, Todd. Thanks. Critical, I'd say. I think it's really important that we get these last few remaining missions off. As you know, we're taking up the last crew quarters sleep station for the station crew. We've got a crew of 6 now on board when we get there, and it's important that we get the station fully outfitted. We're taking up several science racks as well, and a lot of critical supplies. And looking forward to seeing the cupola that our friends installed there on the STS-130.
I'm working at the Japanese TV station, so I want to ask by Japanese to Nako Yamazaki. I'm sorry about that. ナコさん、あといよいよ1ヶ月打ち上げが迫っているわけですが、今の率直な心境をお聞かせください。
はい、打ち上げまであと1ヶ月、これから最終訓練に励むわけですけれども、まずは今日と明日のターミナルリハーサルをすごく楽しみにしています。で、打ち上げの時にはもう準備万端でバッチリといい仕事ができるように頑張っていきたいと思っています。
まさに後ろに、日本人が最後に乗る、スペースシャトルが備え付けられているわけですけれども、そのシャトルを見てどのような思いが胸の中にありますか？
はい、私たちクルー全員でスペースシャトルディスカバリー号が車上に移動するロールアウトに立ち会いました。で、その時にWe are behind you Discovery というバナーを見てすごく感動しました。チームワークなのでみんなで一緒にいい仕事をしていきたいと思っています。
非常ににこやかな表情に見受けられますが、特に緊張することなく今のリラックスした状況でしょうか？
そうですね、みんなで今までずっと訓練をしてきたのですごく自然な感じでいます。
ありがとうございます。
Thank you. The question was, the launch to, 1 month to the launch, and we were so, I'm so impressed to be here, and we are looking forward to the terminal rehearsal today and tomorrow, and I'm so, touched by the banner hanging on the Discovery. We are behind you, Discovery. So it's a teamwork. So we are looking forward to the great mission.
Hello, my name is Takao Ikeuchi from Kyoto News. I have a question for Yamazaki-san. As you know, shuttle launch schedule was delayed due to the cold weather like this. So, does that affect your condition? 日本語で質問させていただきます。山崎さん、寒いですけども、これでそれで、シャトルのスケジュールも遅れてますけども、体調に問題はないでしょうか？
はい、先ほど船長のポインデクサーさんも言っていたように、何週間か余裕ができましたので、その期間にさらに訓練を積んで、準備万端の状態でミッションに臨みたいと思っています。で、体調に関しては本当クルーのみんなも、それから支えてくれている地上の皆さんも共に元気で頑張ってやっております。
One quick question. You're going to meet Soichi Noguchi in space. This is the first time two Japanese astronauts meet in space. So could you give me a comment on that? 野口聡一さんと宇宙で会いますけども、それについて感想をお聞かせください。
はい、日本人2人同時に滞在できるということをすごく楽しみにしています。で、そうですね、日本人が2人というのは初めてのことですし、これから日本人がもっとですね、国際宇宙ステーション、それからもっと先の、ね、ミッションで活躍できる、その足場作りの一つになれればいいなと、すごく楽しみにしています。Yeah, looking forward to working together with Soichi Noguchi. This is our first time to have two Japanese on board. So yeah, very looking forward to it. Thanks.
Nancy Atkinson, universetoday.com again. Could each of you just say what are the favorite things, part of the training that you do out here at Kennedy Space Center?
Thanks for the question. The question was, what are the favorite things we experience when we come down to get to the Kennedy Space Center? I think and I was commenting to some of the folks that work here last night about what a great experience it is to come here at Kennedy Space Center. The folks that work here is one big family and one great team. And I guess the thing I enjoy most is just interacting with those folks, getting to see the flight hardware, and spending time with the folks that get Discovery ready.
I think for me, it's being near the flight hardware, getting to climb into Discovery for the first time during our CEIT training that we did back in January was pretty incredible. So enjoy being with the people as well. They're just wonderful folks out here.
Yeah, I've had 2 space launches and I've done 3 spacewalks, but I'm telling you, the rollout of the space shuttle Discovery the other night was one of the most spectacular things I've ever seen. So that was incredible. I really enjoyed it.
And like the others were saying, I just love seeing the vehicle. It always puts me in awe. It's just amazing. And I also like when we come in and we fly over the pads and we can look out and see where Mercury and Gemini and Apollo were, and now where we are with shuttle, and just thinking about the history and the point we came to today. So it just is always just amazing here.
It is amazing to be here to meet the people that process our vehicle and see the flight hardware. We have an opportunity to train and learn how to drive one of the tanks that's stationed here at the pad, and so that's always a lot of fun.
And it's very nice to face to the Discovery and also meet lots of people who make the Discovery, ready to fly.
My first time into space, I got moved from 118 to up to STS-117 and did not have an opportunity to do TCDT. And so this entire experience has been wonderful for me, and to have the opportunity to see the shuttle roll from the OPF to the VAB and then to see the entire stack roll out to the pad, it's just amazing, and I'm truly blessed, and I'd like to thank all the people that put this together, because without them, this program would be impossible. It's all due to the people and their dedication and their professionalism that we get to do what we get to do. So thank you very much.
You can just keep the mic right there. I just have a real quick question for the Loadmaster. MPLM flights are always MPLM flights are always very busy. You have an awful lot of equipment to move back and forth. Can you give us kind of a little overview of what some of the big ticket items are or major items are, and how you plan to execute that? Thank you.
Yes, Stephanie Wilson and I are the Loadmaster of the MPLM, and we will deliver the new crew quarters where the expedition crew stay, and also we will deliver WOLF, which is a laboratory of the window observation facility, and some of the express racks, and lots of supply items to the station to keep the station in good shape. So it is huge work, and it's also teamwork.
Todd Halvorson of Florida Today for Dexter again. I'm wondering if you can talk about how important the terminal countdown demonstration test is to getting your crew and the KSC launch team ready for April the 5th.
Yeah, good question, Todd. It's a great exercise. It allows us to interface with the flight hardware for the first time since our crew equipment interface test back in January. Obviously, the first time we've seen OV-103 out here on the pad. It allows us to get into the ship and then work with the launch team through a simulated launch count. It allows us to exercise all of the things that we're going to do. It also gives us an opportunity to do an emergency egress. In the rare event that we have something we had to get out of the vehicle in a hurry, it allows us to exercise those systems and see how all that works.
Okay, I think that's all the questions we have. We'll get you back to your training. If we could take a quick photo opportunity with you, and we'll get you back on your way. Thank you very much, and good luck with your training.
You're from John Dutton